Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Deborah and I'm back from a couple of weeks off feeling very refreshed, and I think I've got some creativity back. So I haven't done any crafting for 2 weeks. It's been really good actually. But today I'm kicking off with a couple of flip throughs. So this is Stamperia Romantic Collection and it's a journal. So they make the Romantic Collection in a number of different styles, and this particular one is the 12 by 12. I also have the 8 by 8. I got both because I thought that some of the smaller images might be quite good to use with the larger paper pad. I don't know, I'll see how I go. But anyway, so this has got 10 sheets and as usual they're double-sided. So I'll flip through the first side first. So this one here, I haven't really even looked at them actually, as usual. They've been sitting since I bought them last Thursday. Yeah, so I haven't even done any crafting up until today. I must admit I did make a class last week. I had a day when I made a class, or a couple of days. How pretty is this though? And I know that a lot of you missed me and thought that I was out in my bus or in my motorhome, but I wasn't. I was simply having a break from crafting, which I think we all need from time to time. This is really pretty. I'm glad I got it. As I think I said that I wasn't going to buy it, and then I saw some things made in it and thought, oh no, it actually really does look nice. This is a receipt. How cute is that? They've put the receipt on there. So I'm just showing you one side and then I'll flip and show you the other side. Now, I'm not a big fan of these. Probably one of the things that put me off getting this. But looking at that, I think I can cut the frame away and just use the flowers and the words, or the flower and the stamp and the words. I don't think I need to keep that frame. It doesn't look like it because that doesn't appeal to me. I could always use the other side, of course, and that is kind of a mishmash of all the papers that they've done in these little squares, and I like that. And then a sheet of fussy cut. Lots of flowers on that fussy cut. Now we'll just turn it over and go back the other way. Just get that in shot for you. There you go. So that's all the different papers you get, and that's the back of those squares that we were looking at. And then that one's quite pretty. What's on there? Oh, okay. So if you don't want to use these ones, then you could use this one. That's nice. I like that with the different frames on it. Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? Anyway, I haven't bought my bus yet, but we have progressed. We've made a decision that we want a motorhome. So after all looking around, the little bus isn't going to suit us. I was going to look at a Toyota Coaster. In fact, I looked at a Toyota Coaster. However, it was just too small. And the main thing is that there's no front passenger door. So you have to climb over the engine mount to get into the front passenger seat. And I just wasn't in a position, or I'm not in a position to do that. Look at all those quotes, they're quite nice. Okay, so that's the big one, and I've just got the little one here, and I'm pretty much sure it should be identical, only it'll be in a reduced size, which it is. And are the quotes there? Yes, they are. So you get them in the different sizes. So I think that they're quite nice. And the other thing I got was I bought this, this is basically a muslin that at the paper shop they dye it, so that's the brownie sort of colour. I've got some really dark brown, and because it's hand dyed, it doesn't all come out in the same colour, and so this one is actually not as heavy with the brown, and that's why I got it. I thought I had another one too I picked up, but I can't see it just now. So there's that one, and then I picked up these two without realising that they actually match the colour of these pages quite well. See, you've got that there. So you've got the pinks and the greens. And the plan is to do some sort of layering with these. I do have a lot of this muslin already. Most of it is in the brown, but the other day, I think I've got a purple, but then I thought I really like these colours, this soft green and soft pink. And the other thing I got was, I got some actual cheesecloth. Now, this is not muslin. I know that sometimes you'll read, and I've read recently, that people say they want cheesecloth. This is muslin. Muslin is a thick weave. So if I can get this undone, I'll show you the difference. Let me just, I was trying to think where my scissors were, but I can't see them right now. They must be hanging around on the other side. But anyway, this is muslin. And if I get down to one layer here, you can see that that is quite thick. This is cheesecloth. Cheesecloth is a really open weave. I thought that might be 2 layers actually. So it's a completely different weave. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is double layered, so I'll just see if I can pull that apart. Yep, there you go. Cheesecloth is much more open. See how you can see my hand through it? The weave is a lot more open. The muslin, even though this is pink, if this was pink you'd still see my hand a lot clearer. This is actually a thicker weave than this. So when somebody's talking about cheesecloth, they're talking about this, and it's actually sold to strain cheeses. So if you're making ricotta or something like that, this is the cloth that you use to strain them. But it's really good in craft too. And this was, I've had this before, but she'd only just got this in, so I picked up a packet of that while I was there. And I also have, I bought some more of these because, you know, oh, there's my other brown one. I couldn't resist getting some more of these. And this one here, which are the clips. Let's open them. And these are 49 and market clips. And I hadn't seen them before, but no, she said that they were just new in. So if I look at them, they're very cute. They're like a bulldog clip, except they're made out of this sort of coppery, brassy coloured, it's more copper. Actually, no, it's not. It's more bronze, a bronzy coloured metal, and in a variety of sizes. And part of the reason that I bought some things the other day is because the shop is actually shutting, unfortunately. So the owner is retiring at the end of August, unfortunately, and possibly somebody else may pick up the shop, but at this stage it's just going to be shut. So I'm sort of thinking over the next couple of months I'll buy, you know, the things that I'm sort of been eyeing off for a while, or things like this that perhaps in the past I would have sort of thought, oh, I better not get them, but you know, I may not see them again. I don't know if they're new or old, but that's them. I like them, they're cute. And I also got this. Now these are, let me just move the paper out of the way. These are called fancy cards, and these are only new, and they are actually minté. I'll hold them that way. And this one's got like a bracket sort of design on the bottom. These are the craft ones, so they're quite long and skinny. They're made for cards. They are 12 inches long and 4.3 inches wide, or 10.5 by 30.48 in centimetres, and you get 20 in the pack. And the reason I got these is because I thought that they might be quite good for journaling. Now here's a spare one, which is actually a back cover, not my back cover, just one that Deborah had in the shop, so she said have one of these as well. And she only had the white packets open, so I didn't get any of the white because I liked the craft, so I bought the craft. I thought that if you fold this up, it would make a really cute journaling spot. How cute would that be? And so that's why I bought those, because I thought I saw them and why not? They'd make good little fold-up journaling spots as well. Now, because I want to use some of these, I'm thinking I'm going to make some, or at least one little journaling spot with this card. This is actually quite thick, this craft card. You think that it's going to be thinner than what it is actually. I don't know what the white ones were like, because I think the covers are both the same. Yeah, they are, so I don't think it matters whether it's white or brown inside. I think it'll be the same weight. Just can't get that off there. Gosh, that's making life difficult for me. There you go, got it. I'll put this cover away. This is the back cover, but you could even use this cover if you just use that part of it. So you could fold it back on itself or something so that you can not worry about the thing. Now the weight of the cardstock is 300 GSM. That's why it's quite thick. And I have my scoring board. So I'm just thinking about how I might do this. I just want to get that bit of stuff off there from the top of the card, of the pad actually. So if I look at this, I need to think about, so it's 12 inches long. So I want to fold it so that this top part comes down, because that's the part that's got the bracket on it. And then I want it to meet, you know, so if I fold this down at the 4, maybe the 4.5 inch, oh no, maybe the 4 inch mark, winging it as usual. It's really, really thick, which means it's good because it's going to be lovely to write on. Now, the colour is different. You can see that. This is the back, and or what I would call the back, and this is the front. And I like that colour better. So if you want that colour at the top, you need to fold it out the other way, otherwise you'll get the darker colour. But I like this one that's not as, you know, it's got a bit of texture to it. This is a bit smoother as well. So if I have it folded down like that, I just need to make sure that this piece can come up under there. So if I measure that, I've got about 5 inches. So if I cut it, score it at 2.5 inches, that should be fine. With any luck, it should come up. There you go, like that. And so you'd have this piece here. So now I think I'll do some decorative bits on this while I'm at it. And what I want to do is make the clock go on to here. It's going to be a tiny little bit too big, so I'm wondering if I should move it down. But I either use that or I don't, and if I use that, I'll only have a little bit of a clock. I suppose I can sort of put it there. It won't look too bad, will it? Okay. So I'll get my pencil and I will just measure where I want this to go. So I'm going to cut it there, and it's going to cut here too. I'll cut it after I stick it on. I'm really just measuring where I want this to go at the moment. So that's kind of the spot that I want it to go in. Now because I'm covering this, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to turn the brown to the outside because I'm going to cover all that, and then I'll have the nice surface on the inside to write on. And this will be going on here. Just have to glue it down now. Once this is glued on, then I'll fussy cut that. Let's make sure I'm putting that in the right side. Yes, I am. Or the correct side, I should say. I'm running out of glue. I went to get some glue the other day and they didn't have any. So hopefully there'll be more coming in. I'll be able to get some, because I really like this glue. And I'm down to my last couple of bits, and I'll be going back to the shop soon, so I'm sure I'll find some. And that can go on there like that. Just straighten that up so that it's right up the top. Slide it up a bit, yeah, there you go. And I just have to trim this side. So I obviously haven't trimmed it the right size. It's close, but not quite. And then I'll hand trim this as well. I think that looks quite nice like that. And then this one's going to come up here. So I do want to put something else on the bottom here. I wonder if I should put the rest of the roses. Maybe not. And then I'm going to put this one down just on this corner here, as I will get most of that in. Not quite going to get that stamp in, postage mark, but I will get most of it in. Let's get that down too. So as I said, I haven't been doing any crafting for 2 weeks, and it's been a real blessing. I just needed a break. I don't know why, but I think I was just, you know, I hit the wall. I just couldn't do anything else. And that's why it was good to take a mental break and just do something different, do something else. But I was looking forward to getting back to it actually once I'd done that. Let's chop this. I just want to chop it along here first. So I will stick this down in the book, in the journal, whatever journal I end up putting it in. So that I'm not worried about putting anything on the back of it. Just the top and the bottom. Now I've put that up the right way. It's quite cute. And just get rid of those edges as well so we can't see them. And I've still got this piece here with the postmark on it, so I can still use that piece for something else. It's not wide enough for something like this, but I'll do it with, you know, use it in another pack, another page or pocket or something later on. And I wonder if I'm even going to put, I was going to put some of this on, but now I'm wondering, you know, should I bother? Because, you know, that's really simple, but it's actually really cute. And then on the inside, I wonder if I should put anything here. You know what, I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to keep this really simple. So I might do another one of those actually. Which I might fold the one that I have, this one here. Because this time, this is thinner, so I can hand fold it. I don't have to fold it using the scoring board. Put it about the same spot though, and then just push it down. And then this has got the 10 on it. That's the price, obviously. So I will push this up. Now I want to make sure I'm overlapping it, and I am. And because that's got a price on it, I will put something down on it. Maybe I can put this. Yeah, I don't like that brickwork very much. It's okay. There's quite a bit in here that I do like, but there's some that I just, that's why I didn't buy it when it first came out a few weeks, maybe a couple months ago, because it didn't appeal to me. It was just like, well, I don't really like that very much. So that's going to be crooked. I don't want to use that. Let me get another page out. Maybe the top of this one. It's got a little doily banner there, if you can see that. And that's got a bit of white in it too, so that's going to look nice with the white that's on here. And so sometimes it's just nice to make some simple things. And since it's been a couple of weeks, I think that, you know, I don't have any lavish plans with this. I really just wanted to show you what I bought and to say that I was back. But while I was here, I thought I better do some sort of crafting. Now I'm going to put a piece of card down here on the edge just to change the look of it a little bit. So I've got this bit with the clock on it, and I'm going to put that right on that line there. And then I'm going to turn it over and cut the profile back again, I hope. Let's see if I can get this to work. Now I have these little frame things, which are the 49 and market ones. I thought that I could frame up one of these. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to start by trimming this. It's a little bit too big. I really like these little frames, which is why I bought more while they were there. There's not many left, so I picked up a couple more packets, one of each size, even though I still have quite a bit of them left from the other purchase. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't not get them and then have to get them posted to me. I do know there are some shops that will do free postage, but I really didn't want to have to buy too much once the shop shuts, so that's why I picked up a couple more packets of these while I was out there the other day. Now I'm just going to cut this out. I've still got that quote down the bottom that I can use, so that'll be good. I just find it hard to cut this side with the scissors, so I'll take a rough cut round it, and that way I can turn it the right way because I'm right-handed. Obviously if you're left-handed you'd have the opposite issue. Now my plan was to put this on here and then to have this one kind of over the top of it like this. I want to make sure it's low enough that I don't have the problem with the tab you know, not when I fold this up, I don't want the tab in the way. That's why I'm making sure that it's low enough down here. I think that's fine. So I've got two little things now to write on, plenty of spots to journal in there. And I've also got this one. And you don't have to journal, you could actually just put some photographs or something in here. You know, stick some tickets, memorabilia, whatever it is that you want. You don't have to actually use them to write on. You could just use them as decorative pieces. So that's it. I will be back tomorrow with another video. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for hanging in there while I got my creativity going again. And this is Deborah. Cheers.